Let's face it, smartphones today aren't cheap. Modern flagships, such as the iPhone 12 Pro, are now routinely sold for much over $1,000. However, this does not imply that you must pay more. Time of year, time since release, how well it's selling, and occasionally even competitor devices all influence the price of iPhones and Android devices. Continue reading to learn more about the ideal time to buy a phone, seasonal price cuts, and other money-saving ideas for upgrading for less. Contents table of contents. Are cell phone prices decreasing? Apple's iPhone price has dropped. Samsung Galaxy costs less. Cyber Monday and Black Friday. How to save money on a phone upgrade. Other ways to save money. Are cell phone prices decreasing? Yes is the short answer. Smartphones, like all other consumer gadgets, depreciate over time. As a result, cell phone prices will eventually reduce. So, how fast do prices drop? How can you save money on your next cell phone? Moreover, let's start with retail pricing because it has an impact on how much you'll pay no matter where you shop. Smartphone makers generally reduce outdated models by roughly 100 each year when a fresh one is released. Prices on high-end flagships, as well as budget and mid-range models, are frequently reduced. When will Apple iPhone prices drop? As an example, consider the iPhone 11. When Apple debuted the iPhone 12 2 months ago, they quickly discounted the iPhone 11 by $100. The iPhone 11 was previously priced at $699 for 64GB, $749 for 128GB, and $849 for 256GB. Retail pricing stayed generally consistent throughout the year, but immediately before the iPhone 12, previous generation iPhone prices dropped by $100 to $599 for 64GB, $649 for 128GB, and $749 for 256GB. When the next iPhone is unveiled in fall 2021, Apple is expected to give similar 100 price cuts across the board. This means the current generation iPhone 12 will most likely be reduced in price from $799 to $699, and the iPhone 12 mini will most likely be reduced in price from $699 to $599. Although these retail discounts may seem great enough, compare that to how much you can save buying an iPhone 11 on Swappa. Starting at $440, you can get a gently used iPhone 11 in good condition. That's $159 off Apple's discounted retail prices and $259 off the MSRP. Right now, you can get a lightly used iPhone 12 for $700 on Swappa. You're receiving the largest discount Apple will ever provide, but a year early, because this is $100 off MSRP. When will Samsung phones become more affordable? This trend extends beyond iDevices. All smartphone costs, including Samsung phone prices, rapidly reduce anytime a new model comes out. Samsung's last generation flagship Galaxy S10, for example, had a $899 beginning price. When the Galaxy S20 was introduced on March 6, 2020, retail prices for the S10 dropped $110 to $789, where they have remained for almost 9 months. This can appear to be a good deal, similar to our iPhone 11 example. However, shopping on Swappa can help you save much more money. Starting at $299, you may get a gently used Samsung Galaxy S10 in good shape. Isn't it odd? This means you'll pay less than half of the current discounted price, or around a third of the MSRP. How about the Galaxy S20, which is the most recent model? Swappa is selling the S20 for $475, which is less than the S10 from last year. Deals on phones on Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday. Finally, retail prices are influenced by seasonal holidays like Black Friday and Cyber Monday. The sales at these events are well known, yet most devices are only discounted by 50 or so. Returning to our previous example, Walmart's greatest Black Friday sale for a brand new iPhone 11 this year was $549, a mere $50 off, hardly a bargain. The iPhone 11 starts at $464 on Swappa, as we previously indicated. This means that with Swappa's 0% off sale, you're already saving more than you would on any conventional shopping trip. Swappa allows you to save money all year long, without the hassle of standing in long lines on Black Friday or camping out. How to get a new phone without spending a lot of money even with promotions and seasonal reductions. It's evident that shopping at a store isn't the ideal way to shop. Instead, pick up a gently used iPhone or Android phone on Swappa and save hundreds of dollars. But what other options do you have for saving money? When is the ideal time to buy an iPhone or Android cell phone used? You already know that purchasing on Swappa is always cheaper. When is the greatest time to purchase, though? Swappa is a firm believer in purchasing older models. To be honest, the majority of annual upgrades are modest. This implies you can have most if not all of the features of the newer device while saving a lot of money by purchasing last year's model. Not long ago, we looked at how the resale value of smartphones changes over time. We discovered that old iPhones in good condition could be had for 60 to 70% of their original MSRP after a year, and for less than half the price after 2 years. On Samsung devices, the cost savings are significantly greater. Because used Samsung phone costs drop more fast, you can often get a current generation handset for around 60% off the MSRP. Waiting a year results in considerably lower costs, often less than half of the original cost, sometimes even a third of the price, as in our Galaxy S10 example above. To help pay for your upgrade, sell your old phone. You know where to buy your next phone and when to get it, but there's one more thing to consider. Although it may appear obvious, selling your old phone is the best way to fund a cell phone upgrade. You may sell your old phone in a variety of venues, including Apple Trade-in, carrier buyback programs, and more. However, not all of them are created equal. It's critical to choose the proper location because the amount of money you'll receive is determined by where you sell. You will receive less money if you participate in trade-in or buyback programs. It's in their best interests for them to give you less than your phone is worth so that they can resell it for a profit. When you use a trade-in program, you typically get around half of the phone's genuine market worth. To make matters worse, most trade-in and buyback programs don't even compensate you for your old phone. Instead, you'll receive a gift card, which you may or may not spend. It's a simple choice. To receive the maximum money for your old phone, sell it on Swappa. You'll make around twice as much as you would with a trade-in program, plus you'll never have to pay any fees.